Hey guys, it's Blair, the Love Guru from loveguru.net, thealiennetwork.com, horsehealer.net, and it is the end of May, and I am moving again. And the crowd goes wild, or rather the crowd has some confusing looks. So let's see, what can I share? So much to share, and not sharing all of it or even close to it. You could read my books when they come out about my homeless experience. So first off, I guess I could say that May 1st marked 1 year of being homeless, because even though I was in housing, like nice housing on nice estates, I guess technically I am still homeless. I don't even know the definition of that word anymore. I don't know if this is just a lifestyle. I don't know if this is ever gonna end. The adventure is never gonna end, my friend. The adventure is never gonna end. That's the fun of doing your healing work, is that then you get to go on these adventures that you get to have fun directing. I don't know. It's part true, part sarcasm, part positive, part snarky. So what happened was, I have been out of the motel, one of the motels I was living in for, I guess I've been out of there for maybe 4 or 5 months. I don't remember. So much happens in a day in my life. And I started manifesting these like really big properties. So at first I moved on onto a 50-acre farm, not a working farm anymore, but like a 50-acre farm in a really wealthy area, surrounded by mansions, and it was just really nice. I grew up in a really nice area, so it felt like home. And I was on this like really nice property, big property, and I just love being with the land. So I was living there for a few, well, I guess it was, I was gonna say a few months, but I think it was maybe just 6 weeks or so. And I thought that that was going to be my home, because I was living in I have some poison ivy, which is part of like, it's all healing now, but like it's been all over. The poison ivy bush, is it a bush? The weed really shared its medicine with me and helped with this transformation that I've recently gone through, that now is like, has caused me moving now. So, which again is a story for another day. But so I was living on this 50-acre property, and it was amazing and very dreamy and nice and blah, blah, blah. And I thought I was going to stay there. And then I got the message, hey, this is just temporary and you're going to move. So I was like, fuck. Oh, let's be positive about it. That's good. And then I went into manifestation mode, because like initially the thought in your mind is like, how am I going to manifest something that's better than this? Because this property is really sweet and I'm in a nice area, and like technically I'm not in the country or like where I want to be living, but it's like really nice here. And even though I'm like in Matrix Muppet land, like I feel comfortable with these people because these people are like well educated and they have money, and it's just like, again, it's familiar to me because that's my programming. That's been my upbringing. That's my programming. So I felt comfortable there. It felt like home to me. So then what happened was I manifested an even bigger property, close to 80 acres, and I moved to that in the country, again in another home on the property, and another farm, no longer a working farm, but I was like then in the area that I wanted to be living. And I was like, oh my God, I did it again. And I was like, I'm just fucking working this matrix, you know, like, you know, you start mastering the matrix. And that's also, I share so many teachings about that on the aliennetwork.com under Warrior Toolkit. Those teachings started really coming to my awareness, started really downloading into me. And I started working them and mastering them over this time, this last year. Again, I could say that now because it has been a year. It's been over a year. And this is very significant where I'm making this video, because this is the same place where I made the video where I read that poem that I made back in April 2022 of titled "I'm a Gypsy." And that was before I even knew what was going on here, what the adventure I was going to go on. And so I'm back here. I was like, why don't I just pull into this like next, the like same spot? I'm like one over, but like the same area. So, yeah, moving again. I was thinking that I was maybe going to stay at this place too. Although no. I thought it was going to just be a temporary place. And I'm not going to go into the details of it, but I'm very happy to be moving again. I have 30 days or less to move. I think I'm going to do it in less. I know I'm going to do it in less than 30 days. Cause look at, over the last year, I have moved maybe 20 times. I don't know if it's been that much, but it's been a lot. And I have manifested a new place to live within a day, within 2 days. Like it's no thing. I don't know, like my mind says like, yeah, it's big deal, Blair. Like, remember how, and that's the thing that I want to share, is that when I first started this, and it really started back in November 2021, or yes, because that was like before I moved out to Pennsylvania, and I was like still in Jersey, and I gave notice that I was moving out in 30 days. Because I didn't want to renew my lease again, and I was just so fucking done with where I was living. I was done living there for years, and I just couldn't move the energy. So for 30 days, I was really pounding the pavement, like working my manifestation tools, which is actually like the same stuff that I use now, but I've gotten much better at it, and it works much faster now. So like I manifested that move, I think it was like on day 20, my house appeared in Pennsylvania, and I was blown away at the house that I manifested. And like, that's what I wanted, was a house, but I was like, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I have enough money for it, and all those things. And like, I did it, and like spirit, which is really just the matrix, like really gifted me with that. I was really excited. But what I want to share about this is that if I look back to like this time a year ago, and even like also when I was like manifesting the move to Pennsylvania, I was so stressed. And I felt like many times over this past year, I felt like I was gonna like die through the experience. Like I was like in fear of like running out of money. I was running out of money. I did run out of money. I didn't know where I was gonna live. I was like just in situations that I didn't like, and just really, I look at how much I've changed, and it's like, wow, Blair, like, you're a superstar. Like, you really, I want to say, like, so I was going to say some things have changed in my physical. It's actually a lot has changed in my physical life. Not as much as I would like, but, so that's like kind of like the doubtful part of myself, like, oh no, not much has changed, or not as much has changed as I want it to change. But like, the changes happen in the inside first. And like, now I'm in this situation again, and I've been in it over and over again over the last year. And it's like, I've got this. Like, I'm in my power. That's exactly what I teach people, how to get into their power. I'm not in trauma. I'm not triggered like I was before. Like, I just found out this news last night, so like, it was a little bit of a shock. And I can't say that I slept really last night, because I was like, what the fuck? This is not how I saw this going down. But I did plan on moving the same time that I am to basically like move out anyway. So it all worked out. It all works out in the end. But like, yeah, this is all an internal journey first. and really ever. Like, that's what it's about. It's about like sculpting your soul and growing your soul, and like understanding that this is a safe and loving universe. Matrix is a safe and loving matrix. Doesn't sound so comfy as like a safe and loving universe. Oh, God loves you, you know? Oh, that feels nice, right? Compared to there is no God. It's the Matrix. The Matrix loves you. Actually, the Matrix doesn't really love you. Like, that's not comforting. But do you want the truth, or do you want me to blow some smoke up your ass? I am going back to God right now in this moment because I'm just pulling on it for support. But, man, it's been a hell of a year. Don't ever move to Pennsylvania. You're going to go on a wild trip. Yeah. I don't know if that's the moral of the story, but you learn how to rise through your experiences and not be a victim. Learn how to be in control and command of it. And if you want to learn more information, it's at thealiennetwork.com under Warrior Toolkit, because this is not about my story, it's about your story. And also what I'll say is, if you want to invite me to your organization or your group or whatever, your school, as long as they don't have certain COVID requirements, I would love to come and teach about my homeless experience. There's so much to teach about it. There's so much to share. So many lessons. I want to share it with the world because it's important. And again, it's like night and day. It literally is night and day on how I was back in November of 2021 when I was trying to get my booty across the border and accomplish what I thought was the impossible. And then I went through it again in April when it was time to find a new place, and I was totally stressed out and like just so triggered. And then my soul was like, Blair, we're going to just do this over and over and over again. And you're going to keep practicing your power. You're going to keep practicing your manifestation techniques, your ability to really take the lead in your life and to step out of being a whiny bitch. Not really, but just that's how we would react. And anyone in this world, if somebody doesn't have a job or doesn't have a house or doesn't have money or doesn't have their health, people literally feel like they're dying. People literally panic, and it's what the Matrix teaches us to avoid at all costs. And hold on to a bad job. Even if it's a bad job and it's fucking making you sick, it's a toxic environment, hold on to it, because at least you have a job. At least you have money coming in. Hold on to that house or that apartment, even though you're miserable there. You know, even though it's making you sick. Same thing with a relationship. Hold on to that marriage. Hold on to that relationship, even though it is awful and your partner is abusive and you're not happy and you're wasting years of your life, good years of your life. Hold on to it, because at least you have a relationship. Hold on to your family, even though they're toxic, because at least you then have family. Hold on, friends. We can go on and on. Those are all Matrix programs, Matrix teachings, but you don't get that from me. You get the truth. You get how to break out of the Matrix. You get aligned with the no bullshit, the trueness that's going on in this world. And I was thinking about that. You know, a lot of spiritual teachers and healers, like, they'll teach about these principles, but they haven't actually lived it. Like, there's literally no one I can turn to for guidance if I wanted to for anything, because no one has lived anything close to the last year that I've lived. No one. And yeah, sure, other people might have had the homeless experience. And they may have like exited out of it quickly. Like I literally was like, I'm just riding this. I'm going to keep choosing the unknown. Let's see what's behind, you know, door C. You know, like option A is like you go back into an apartment, but at least you have a home. Even though you don't want an apartment, at least you have a home. You know, it's like, oh, at least you're going to be like, don't worry, you're going to be fried by the internet, but hey, at least you got a home. You're not homeless. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. It's not what I want. It's not even close to what I want. Plus, I've had the experience of living in this like this big house by myself. Like, I'm not giving that up. Like, once you climb, like, you're not like, oh no, I'm not doing that anymore. You know? So here we go again. I've manifested these big properties where there's privacy, where it's quiet, where I'm able to walk the land, where I'm able to be with the land, where I see deer, like little fawns every day, like Bambi prancing around. When I look out my window, I see little baby foxes running around. I see baby bunnies. You know, it's like I have this whole experience, and it's like, okay, now do it again. You know, my soul, spirit, the matrix is like, do it again. You did it twice so far. Do it again, because now you're ready to go for what you really want. So let's do it again. Go for that. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. It's like, oh no, I don't even live in that space anymore. You're going to do it. I can do it. And I'm doing it in less than 30 days. Let's go. Loveguru.net, thealiennetwork.com, horsehealer.net. Bye-bye.